Looking for a pair of active noise canceling earbuds that sound good, are comfortable, and won't break the bank? Today we're going to take a look at the Raycon Everyday Earbuds E26 version. And shout out to Raycon for partnering with us on this video. As always, our thoughts and opinions are our own.
Okay, let's talk about price. They're coming at 80 bucks, but on their website right now, they're $64. They have a good selection of colors with basic carbon black, but if you want to get more colorful, like we did, they have royal blue. They also have a forest green and a blush violet. So you have some variety of colors to choose from here. They're nice and sleek, both the earbud and the case, and they have a matte finish with a kind of like a polish on it, so it's very smooth sheen to the plastic, but it still have that matte, so it's really nice what they did there. They look pretty good in ear as well, and they aren't too big or flashy, so they're going to be good for multiple occasions.
And overall, the build quality is pretty good as well. It feels really solid, but it's still lightweight. And the hinge of the case feels good. It snaps open really nice and has a nice satisfying close. And you also have like the magnets inside, so when you put the earbuds in, they snap right in.
And this case is very small and compact, so you should be able to easily slide this into your pocket or toss it in your bag. And it has a status light on the front, which indicates the status charge of the capsule itself. If it's green, it's anywhere from 100 to 75%, or if it's amber, it's 75% to 25%. It also has a USB charging port on the bottom, and it also supports wireless charging as well.
And comfort is exceptional. I'll tell you right now, I usually do not like earbuds, and I've never really found a pair that worked for me. They generally hurt my ears, and I just struggle to keep them in my ears, and I constantly have to adjust them. These have been legit the first pair I've tried where I truly don't have any issues. They stay in without budging. Even if I turn my head, like I'll literally put them in right now. I can do this, they don't come out, like they're really, really good. They stay in and they don't hurt my ears even after an extended amount of time. So it seems like the shape of these actually really just work really well.
Yeah, so me on the comfort note, I usually can get one earbud in pretty good, and that's my right ear, but my left ear, I guess the ear canal is like a little different size. I was able to get both of these in my ears, and like Michelle demonstrated, not gonna fall out. But they also offer gel ear tips in 5 different sizes, so you can get the best fit for you. And like I said, these have been pretty good. I'm able to wear them for a long time without any discomfort, and they stay in. Yes. So I don't know how many times I have my earbuds in and I'll be doing something and one of them will fall out and your earbuds hit the ground and your tech gets scratched. If you're like me, you hate that.
That's right. So moving on to features, these do offer touch controls, so you can do things like navigate tracks, adjust volume, and answer calls. Now, if you have smaller fingers like me, you might have issues sometimes. Like when I first got them, I struggled a little bit to like tap right on the piece that is activates the controls. But then I kind of got used to it. But so if you have smaller fingers, you have bigger fingers, you didn't have an issue, right?
Yeah, it registered just about every single time.
And there's no companion app. It would be nice to have a companion app just so you have more controls over the EQ settings and the touch controls, and for there to be a way for firmware updates and stuff like that. There are 3 EQ profiles to choose from, and you can choose via touch controls. You can cycle through those. You have balanced, bass, and pure.
Another must-have feature that they do have is the multi-point technology. So that allows you to connect to 2 devices and switch between them simultaneously. So if you have your phone and a laptop, you have those 2 devices, you're working on your laptop, listening to music, you need a call, you can pick that up. So that's great, and that's a must-have feature, and it's included here. We had them, like I mentioned, it was connected to a laptop and a phone. There was a slight delay when it switched back on the sound on the phone, but
I was
not
more than 5 seconds. Yeah, though. Like, it was
not a deal breaker. Yeah. They're IP66 waterproof and dustproof, so you can wear them. If you're working out and a little bit of sweat's not gonna affect that. If you're out at the gym getting your workout on, or if you're caught outside and it starts to rain, you get some wet snow. You're outside and you just have them in, that's not going to be a problem. They have ANC, so active noise cancellation and awareness mode, so that's like what they're calling their transparency mode. So you can block out the sound around you when you need to focus if you're like studying or you're just not trying to hear the noise on like a train or something like that. But then you can switch it to the awareness mode, and I always think it's like superhuman hearing because you can hear like everything. I know where like I can kind of hear like the main road like near my house and I don't have them in, I can't hear that. So it's just like, it's kind of like having a superpower. But if you're like out and about, like say you're in a big city and you want to listen to your content, but you don't, you don't want, but on the flip side, you do want to hear like there's a car coming or something, or somebody's coming up behind you, so you do have that awareness mode, which is great.
Now for battery life, you get 8 hours of playback on a single charge. Now obviously this will vary if you're using ANC, whatever. With the case, you get a total of 32 hours of charge. So you can get through a whole day not having to worry about losing battery. It's also fast charging, so you can get 1.5 hours of charge in just 10 minutes, which is really nice. And it takes about 1.5 hours to fully charge. Now Raycon also offers some pretty cool protective cases. So in 5 different designs, we have the Galaxy design, which we really like, and it looks actually really good with the blue. So if you're prone to dropping it, it adds a nice little layer of protection. And it also comes with this little lanyard, so you can attach it to the case as well, and you can easily carry them around.
Now one feature we would like to see that's not included here is when you're listening to something and you put the earbuds down on a table for the music to stop playing, or wherever you listen to stop playing. That's not included, but it's not a deal breaker, but it would have been a nice feature to have. Now the sound quality, the overall sound quality is pretty good. The highs are pretty clear, the mids are good. And if you like bass, they also have good bass as well. So you get the vocals coming in clear, you get that instrumental separation, and they have 3 sound profiles. They have the balance mode, which we think is the best.
Yeah.
They have a bass mode, but we feel like it starts to drown out the vocals. And you already have a good amount of bass in the balance mode.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Now, if you're doing a little bit more critical listening, they have a pure mode, which is, is going to be good for vocals and instruments. So if you like to listen to a lot of classical and you want to hear those instruments coming through separated, we feel like the pure mode would be good for that.
And they also sound pretty good just listening to like YouTube videos or watching a movie. I use them and watch the end of Avengers Endgame, like that real, the scene at the end. And it sounded actually really good. It was very immersive, so definitely good for just watching videos and movies and stuff like that. The call quality was pretty good as well, so there's 4 built-in mics, so it does a pretty good job. We were able to hear every word with no issue. There was like a slight little like muffle, right?
Yeah.
It was very slight though, and like I said, you can still hear fine, no problem. So like if you need to take a call, these can definitely handle that. ANC performance was pretty good as well. It blocks out a good amount of sound. Obviously, you're not going to get, ANC like you would get with like over the ear or something like that. That's completely fine, but it does a really good job. And awareness mode, like you said, it's like superhuman hearing, like you can hear stuff. So if you're out on a walk and you want to be aware of your surroundings, you'll be able to hear your surroundings fine.
So the Raycon Everyday Earbuds, I think, are a pretty solid option. They offer a lot of features and the sound quality is pretty good, especially if you're looking for earbuds that have good bass.
Which we like.
And the comfort alone makes it worth it. That's literally, they're the most comfortable earbuds that we've tried. And as far as ones that, want them to stay in your ear, and wearing it for an extended amount of time, there wasn't any pressure of how it was fitting in the ear that was touching on any of the parts of my ear shape. Now everybody's ear shape is going to be different, but for us, and we're 2 different ears, it's comfortable and it can stay in both ear canals, so that's good.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely if you're struggling like me and you haven't found a pair of earbuds that really work, you definitely want to check these out.
So that's going to do it for this one, guys. Please do remember to subscribe so we can keep bringing you this excellent content. Like, favorite, and leave us a comment down below. Tell us if you're looking for earbuds, if you're going to consider these now. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.